Good morning. Um, Always the after the good morning. Um, and again. I just thought uh, um, I'd hop on and make a very quick video. Quite recently, not recently at all. A little while ago, I did hop on here. I think it was another Sunday actually, to say, my absence has not been me falling off for a change and blah blah blah. And I have just had like a couple of weeks absence from here. It's a long time since I made a video, and it has been due to my falling off. And I hate the expression falling off and staying on and blah blah blah. But what else do we say? I'm trying to stick to raw food, and the last couple of weeks I've failed completely to do that. And I'm having a cup of coffee. But in all honesty, I never gave up the coffee this last time, so it's one of those things that I've quite often done concurrently to otherwise being living the healthy lifestyle. Coffee is quite often the last thing to go, if it goes at all. I've given it up several times, but not this last time. So yeah, I've had a bit of a rough time in a lot of ways, and fallen back into old patterns of medicating myself. Is medicating the right word? With cooked food, crap food. Can we even call it food when it's crisps and chips and what else? Chocolate, cake. All vegan apart from last night. I did have a couple of eggs. They're from some very extremely happy hens that a neighbour looks after. And, I think he keeps them for himself and basically sells the ones that he doesn't use for a ridiculously cheap price. All things considered, that they're like free range hens and really really happy hens. Anyway, it's a long time since I did that, because I know actually egg doesn't agree with me at all. It makes my eczema flare up. Plus the fact that I am actually vegan in my soul, in my core, and always have been in my oh dear, I can't access words this morning. In my essence, in my that's who I am. I don't agree with hurting aminals. God, I'm regressing 50 years. Anyway, yeah, I've had a rough time. I can't really even put into words what's been going on. I've had a lot of different responsibilities and commitments, and one of those commitments kind of spiraled up into its largest stressful point of the year, and because it's and I always get a bit like a complete basket case at that point in the year. because I have to do a whole load of stuff that is completely out of my comfort zone. Anyway, this is not the short video that I wanted it to be. When is it ever? Anyway, just to say, I fell off for like a few weeks, I think. I don't know what date we're at, the 26th of October. I had been struggling on and off for a week or two, but then I just gave up entirely because I couldn't. I felt like I couldn't anyway deal with the pressure of the stuff that I was doing. It involved a trip away with a whole load of other people who, beautiful Skylar, and feeding them and this, that and the other, and I wasn't comfortable being the standout nutter who only eats fruit. And yeah, I don't know, I needed the dopamine that the crap food brings. I'm looking at different ways of dealing with this. I'm really looking inside to try and find ways of comforting that aren't self-destructive, because we call it comfort food, but it's not at all comfortable. I'm never, anyway. This is a long, ridiculous ramble just to say I fell off. Apart from the coffee, I'm back on today because my friend Sherry also feels. So I've been gearing up to looking at what I'm doing and motivating myself to do something different, and wondering when that would be, and trying to carve out the time really to do some solid introspective thinking. And anyway, Sherry yesterday said one way or another she'd had a whole load of signs from the universe telling her, you need to sort this out and you're running out of time and you need to do it now. Her health issues are, for one thing, diagnosed. I've got various niggles and problems, but none. The NHS doesn't really provide a platform actually to investigate. Seriously, it doesn't. So I don't know what's wrong with me. I am on a track to have I don't know whether you can hear that my chest is a little bit congested or constricted. So I am on a path to have a look at that. They agreed to do that. But yeah, she's got a whole load of health issues that point to an early demise or a lot of disablement, and so she has gathered herself to start raw again today. And given that I'd been pondering that whole situation, trying to get Skylar in the thing, and then little Mab is cleaning herself next to me. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of given me the oomph to go, okay, yeah, now's the time for me to. I'll just do it, and we can do it together. You can probably see that I have a whole load of inflammation. My hands are swollen. Oh, hair, nice. My hands are swollen. My feet are swollen. Worse at the end of the day than the start, and we're on the start of the day now, and I feel puffy, inflamed, and my chest hurts. My tinnitus is worse again. My one foot hurts. My knee hurts, but I was doing a knee hab, as you know, and I've stopped doing that. Like, all my good habits have completely fallen off my daily regular schedule. So I've just not been caring for myself properly. I've been putting everyone else first and everything else first, and I need somehow to fit it all in neatly and calmly and happily and serenely. Just I need to chill the fuck out and and take care of myself as well as everyone else. I'm sure it's possible. The raw food makes space for so much. I poured myself a glass of water last night. I've not been hydrating myself properly, which I think is part of the reason for all my inflammation. So I poured myself a litre of water to start the day with, and I put out fruit to remind myself that that's what I'm eating first, and I'll take it from there. I'm walking regularly again now as well, because my neighbour had a bit of an incident that meant that her dog needed walking for a few days, and so that's helped get me back into the habit of that. And I'm onward and upward. This has been horribly rambly, and I do apologise, but I don't force you to watch it. Thank you for watching if you have, and I'll keep you updated of progress.